Hey, it's Jake with the Intermark Group, the nation's largest psychology-driven marketing firm, and this is the CMO Minute. This week's Minute, we're going to take a break from talking about the economy to sharing some research about influencers. There was a recent piece of research out of China published in the Frontiers of Psychology last month that talked about influencers and how they affect the purchasing behavior of their followers. Now, this won't surprise you that the folks who have high levels of celebrity worship had high levels of impulse control issues. They were prone to impulse buying, particularly influenced by those celebrities, but this was true generally. Now, what they found in more interesting detail is that for folks who had low passion but still followed influencers, women were affected by this effect more than men, although men still had fairly high scores. But for high levels of passion in terms of those influence following, there were no gender differences. This affects everyone generally. What does this tell us? Well, something you likely already knew, that influencers work. In fact, influencers work off a psychological principle called the authority heuristic, which means that we lean to important people to tell us how to act and what to do, kind of that shortcut for decision making. This goes back a really long way and even helps explain why courtroom decor of today was influenced by Henry XIV, one of the major influencers of his time. You want to know more about the story? Visit this week's blog at intermarkgroup.com/insights, where we'll talk a little bit more about influence and some of the history behind them, as well as how you can leverage it in marketing. As always, keep your questions coming, and we'll see you next week at the CMO Minute.